I think entrepreneurs should really focus on customer experiences or what is the problem of their business or enterprise that they're trying to cater to, right? And then start from there and then look at what are the available platforms, available technologies, available apps that they can use to address them. So I think the starting point really needs to be the customer pain point, the customer value that the entrepreneur is trying to deliver.
Okay. Shouldn't they focus on the starting developing their app or the platform from the scratch, or should they use the existing platform, existing apps to provide the different customer solutions?
It depends on what is the core of their offering. So I think core is something that entrepreneurs have to focus on developing themselves. That's where the core differentiation will lie. That's where they can really contribute in terms of their imagination and creativity. But there'll be a lot of ancillary and supporting capabilities which doesn't make sense to reinvent the wheel. And somebody else has already done an amazing job, and it's better to use those because those are more widely supported, more mature. So I think the core is what the entrepreneur should really focus on, and then take advantage of what has already been created on the periphery in terms of ancillary capabilities.
And how entrepreneur can sense the potential of a particular technology? Like earlier there was a small basic camera, now Apple has invented to a
Yes.
futuristic level.
Yes.
Now how entrepreneurs can really sense the potential of particular that technology now, because now we have gone to augmented,
Yes.
now to VR, now again 3D is coming, so now again robots are coming.
Yeah, so I think the focus should be on observing what people do in day-to-day lives, what their needs are, what are they struggling with, or what would delight consumers, what would make them very happy, or even for a business, right? What are their current pain points? What would be a game changer for a business, and then try to see, are there solutions, are there technologies that can be used to create those enabling products, enabling solutions to bring about that transformation either in lives of people or in how business runs and driving their performance to the whole new level.
I do observe that there are many startups and many enterprises have gone out of the stream because they could not forecast the potential of the technology or potential of the technology. Should there be a platform, acknowledging the startups, the current state of technology, potential of the technology?
Yeah. I think there are already many platforms which are talking about emerging technologies and what's going to happen in the future. But the challenge is anticipating what's going to happen in technology and at what pace, at what time, and what will click at what moment, right? So many ideas, many technologies can be ahead of their times, and then many technologies can just come in and they can click phenomenally with the current state of the market, right? So I think that's where the creativity and the capability of the entrepreneurs lie, in terms of getting the timing right and making sure that all these forces can converge and create that enormous force that a successful business can be. Yeah.
Okay. I do observe that if a particular startup is offering innovative solution, then whole bunch of new startups enter into that space, then that space becomes clustered. So in the futuristic, how an entrepreneur can always be a distinctive?
Yeah, see, I think sometimes competition is really overrated, because when you're entering a new market, obviously assuming that the market is very large, it doesn't really matter if there is a few players or there are a few more players, because the market itself is very large, right? And everybody has to start creating their own niches, their own value propositions, and with time each company, each offering can create its own identity, and then of course the competitive differentiators get built over a period of time. So I think instead of worrying so much or focusing much about competition, entrepreneurs should really focus on customers and what they are trying to build for the customers, and have their own vision, not be influenced by what competitors are doing. So in many ways, a competitor or more competitors is a good validation of the market opportunity and the fact that the market really needs a product like that. But what exactly is needed is something for each entrepreneur to envision for themselves.
Very final question to you,
Yes.
sir. Should entrepreneur focus on acquiring the different another startups in the similar space to remain ahead of the curve? Wow.
I think that would come much later in any company's journey. So first the company has to establish itself, as a compelling value proposition to its customers, and then further down, if they feel that acquiring a company can add a a whole new level of value to their customers, then they should consider doing it. But I think it's much later in a company's life when they can actually think about it. First, they have to build value by themselves for their customers and for the market.
Okay. That's
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.